Today on the channel, we're going to check out Super 7's ultimate Cobra Trooper. Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another Super 7 Ultimate, this time Cobra Trooper. I'm hoping and praying that this thing works out right. I'm not a big fan of this line. When they first announced this, I was going to be all in, man. I got that first wave, and it just kind of wasn't great. It wasn't great compared to our G.I. Joe Classified. They're awful, but the price point, these things are $58 a piece if you count in tax and shipping. I can't believe it. Just so high for what it is. I've had some that they're really loose. The joints are absolutely flimsy. Felt like they've been played with back in the 80s. I mean, they are that loose. I have G.I. Joe figures from way back in the day that have tighter joints than these brand new figures, not even out of the box. Plus, I've had some that was missing accessories right in the package as soon as I opened them. So this is hopefully going to redeem themselves, but I've been saying that for every single Super 7 that I opened up, and every single one of them has been a disappointment, and honestly, more and more disappointing. But let's keep a positive outlook on this until we get it in hand, and maybe we'll bash it. So let's go into this thinking it's going to be awesome. Okay, so let's check out this outer box. Now, they used to ship them in a cardboard brown shipping box, but they took that away. And the price point didn't go down, of course, but they still put this shell over top. And I do like this shell. It's pretty cool. Got the big Cobra logo. It looks like it's tattered and torn right here, all beat up. And down here you have the nameplate, and it says Cobra Trooper Infantry there. On this side, we got GIW3 CBRTRP 01. So that is G.I. Joe Wave 3 Cobra Trooper version 1. So in case they make more of these, a different version, they can put Cobra Trooper .02. But for now, we got .01. Backside, you see the G.I. Joe emblem there, really faintly on there, and again, beat up, tattered, and torn. And the top, you have the Ultimates. And that is it for the shell. So this just pulls right off like this. And that's that. That's the empty shell. And you can still see the nameplate. It was sticking out of the bottom of that shell. So now we get the big window box right here. We can see our figure, most all of it. Can't see his legs really. And then you have your big G.I. Joe emblem right here. Looks awesome. And you still have the Ultimates logo right there. The sides, nothing on the sides, just the window kind of wraps around there. Bottom, you have warnings, copyrights, labels, barcodes, recycling information. And you do see you get a Hasbro logo right there. So they did have to pay Hasbro to get the rights to build these. Then you have your Super 7 right there. So that is it for the front. Let's check out the back. It's a kind of a computer readout on the back here. It looks pretty cool. This isn't bad. It's a better file card than what our classifieds get, so I will give them that. And then I will read this. It says Cobra Trooper Infantry, file name unknown, primary military specialty infantry, secondary military specialty sabotage, birthplace various countries, grade E4 or equivalent. One of the nameless, faceless legions of Cobra Command. Each Cobra is highly skilled in the use of explosives. All NATO and Warsaw Pact, small arms, sabotage, and the martial arts. Qualified experts, all military small arms and infantry weapons. Cobras swear absolute loyalty to their fanatical leader, Cobra Commander. Their goal, to conquer the world for their own evil purpose. So pretty good readout right there. Got a picture of the Cobra Trooper there. And down at the bottom, it does say analyzing, rendering G.I. Joe's imagery, primary location, targets, diagnostic complete. Got a couple pictures of the Cobra Trooper there. And that is it. So we will take him out of the top. I believe that's how I've been taking the rest of them. The bottom is kind of this folded up box, so we don't want to do that. So we'll go ahead and get this cut right there. Get our knife in here. This is kind of hard to get out, so you may need a thicker knife right here, a wider blade. And this makes it a little easier to pop that out. You don't want to rip them arms off, or those ears, I guess you should call them, these things right here on your box. I do keep all my packaging. If you watch the channel long enough, you do know that. All right, and I'll pull this out. Now, there is all kinds of accessories that has come out of here, so we'll dump them out. So that is unfortunate, but there you go. If you're an inbox collector, you do not want your stuff coming unstowed. Unfortunately, it happens a lot with the Super 7, so I'm going to try to tuck these back into their respective spots right here. And I will pull him out of his tray. The tray is pretty awesome, and there is 2 levels of this tray. I will show the background. It is that G.I. Joe sunburst right there. Looks awesome. Good photography right there. Put your Cobra Trooper in front of that. All right, and here is our Cobra Trooper in his plastic coffin, and we're losing those accessories again. So you can see they did not get put in there very well, and that was even a different one. That was a hand come out, so I'm going to have to go around and get my hand. All right, I'm back. I fetched my hand. I got it right here, and we'll look at these first, and it is a trigger finger. Now, I believe the hands look like they're exactly the same, except one has gloves, one does not. So this is a gloved right trigger finger right there. And right next to it, all right, I do need to cut the tape that is holding the 2 levels of the tray together here. One side, and we'll get the other side. All right. All right, there's a lot of cool stuff coming with this. Let's go through the hands first, like we was in the middle of. So we have those gloved, and I'm not really sure why. I mean, could we save $1? Could we save $2 if you just give us the skin hands? We don't need these gloved hands, but these looks like maybe 2 trigger finger hands with the tan gloves on them. Maybe they're 2 different races. That's what it is. Okay, this is an army builder, so we have 2 different races of troopers here. So we have a darker skinned trooper and a lighter skinned trooper. That's what the hands are about. Okay, now it makes sense. Now we have a right gripping hand, 100% just a gripping hand. And then we have a right and left wide gripping hand. That looks like he's going to hold, they are a little different, but looks like he's going to hold a camera or something, or maybe it's his walkie-talkie, his radio, whatever. So you have that. And then you're going to get 2, oh my gosh, in there really good, 2 of the dark-skinned fists for a Cobra Trooper. And then we'll go ahead and pull out our dark-skinned trooper helmet. This is an extra head, and it is a dark-skinned trooper. Little darker, not much darker, but a little bit. So that's our extra head. Looks pretty cool. Not bad at all. Train going by. I don't know if you can hear that, but it is. All right, our next accessory is going to be the lighter-skinned trooper. This guy is very pale, very, very pale. First one we're going to look at is a tight gripping hand. And then we're going to have the light skinned trigger fingers here. 2 of those, left and a right. And then we get our light skinned wide gripping hands. light skinned, wide gripping hands. So hands everywhere. Two different races, dark skin, light skin. So you have that on our hands and our extra head so far. Now we're going to move over to our other tray, our lower tray. Let's pull this out before we get any of his other accessories out of that one. So this one is taped in. First thing we're going to take a look at is this awesome looking whip. So it looks like a laser whip by your that your Cobra Trooper can use, and that is pretty awesome. It is really pliable. You could wrap that thing around your finger, but very nice. I like it. Got this handle. Kind of looks like a lightsaber from Star Wars or something on there. But I do like that. That is nice. It feels like it's getting a little soft down there by that handle, so be careful with that. When you pull this out, make sure you get this handle out first and don't pull on that because that feels like that could break. There's our whip. And then we get this briefcase. If I can get it out here. Be careful with this too. That's the end of the bottom tray right there. We'll set that to the side. So here is it looks like maybe a detonation point. It's just a blue box. It has a gray handle. It will kind of snap together. Let's see. Will I be able to get it apart now? Maybe not. Okay. Yeah. So it just kind of looks like a place to set a bomb off. It would have been nice to have something back in here, but that's not bad. Not bad. Just a little briefcase. Set that to the side. Now we will look at his other accessories. Now this one was unstowed in there as a little radio. I think we've seen this before with one of our Super 7 G.I. Joes, a little walkie-talkie or radio to communications. And then the second thing that was unstowed was this little handheld blaster right here, silver, kind of a metallic gray, real dark gray, but it's not bad. Looks pretty good. There is a trigger on there. No other paint apps. Barrel's a little bent, but that's okay. Then we get this bigger gun. It's still just single hand. Got the clip. Is the clip removable? No, it does have a scope on it, silencer on the end of it. So that's a pretty cool gun. And then we get this big baby right here. Now, when you take these out, be careful. Don't pull by straps or anything like that because you are bound to break something. But it does have a strap on it so you can put it over his shoulder. And let me see. I'm not sure if it's removable or not. I wish it was removable, but I'm definitely not going to pull on that until I decide if I want to take it off or not. But it will go up over his shoulder if you wish, or he can hold it. But it's a big gun. This is a two-handed gun, some kind of rifle, got a scope, got the big clip on there. So very nice gun there. And that's it for accessories. Finally done with accessories. That's one thing Super 7 doesn't shorten you on unless they just forget to put it in the package, which I have seen. Luckily, I got all my accessories on this. But they do give you a lot of accessories. So now we are going to turn him over, get our scissors here, and we got to cut the ties. We have ties around his waist. All right, got that one cut. There's ties around the ankle. I believe that is it. Waists and ankles, I think that's it. Turn him back over. Grab Cobra Trooper, if I can, by his toe. Pull him up, and Cobra Trooper has been resurrected. Here he is. Okay, empty coffin right there. Set that out of the way. And let's go through articulation on this guy. Now, this is where we usually get into trouble with these Super 7 figures. Head does not look up. Looks down fairly well, but not up. We'll go side to side slightly. Head will go all the way around. Of course, that's removable, and that is really not on there at all. That is kind of just sitting on there. There's hardly even a peg on there. Wow. So here we go. We're getting into our crappy Super 7 stuff already. I mean, I can't even get it back on there. There it goes. I did hear a pop. Get that on there just right. But that is not on there good at all. So, hey, you can hear it pop, though. All right, shoulders go all the way around. He's got single butterfly in there. Decent stretch there for this Cobra Trooper. He has upper arm cut there. It goes all the way around. He's got single jointed elbows, and they get you just a little more than a 90. So that's pretty cool. We have a kind of an ab crunch here. It's okay. Okay. There is I believe, a hula hoop waist on there. I do believe there's a hula hoop waist on there. And the waist will spin around, but be careful. You don't want to break these suspenders he's got holding his belt up. So don't spin him around too much because I got a feeling that will break. Let's see. Does his wrist go up and down oh so slightly? Not very much with that cuff on there. Even though there's a joint on there, you just can't move it too much. How's our splits? Splits are dynamite on this guy. Really good splits. Hips, up, leg goes up, and it doesn't come back too much, that hip. But here's another problem. That's these legs are always super, super loose on these guys. All right, we get a little more than a 90, I think, on our leg, or just about perfect a 90. They do not rotate. Neither does his elbow. Wait a minute. Yeah, his elbows do rotate slightly. He can throw a Nolan Ryan fastball. He does have upper boot cut and then very good-looking ankles. Way better than what our wrestling, our Mattel WWE wrestlers used to look. Now they're about the same. That's it for articulation. So loose legs, not as bad as the other waves, I don't think. But this guy's not bad. Not bad. You can see he's got blonde eyebrows, so we imagine he's probably got blonde hair. But we can make him the darker guy. Let's see. I think I do like this one better, the extra head. So let's go ahead and pull this head off. See how this fits on. All right, I believe that's on there. Maybe. Just not fitting too good. This head's got the same articulation. Yeah, just there we go. I heard it pop. This one may be on there a little better than this light-skinned guy right here. Oh, I dropped him. Yeah, I think this dark-skinned guy's head fits better than this light-skinned one that came on him. So now that we have the dark-skinned face on, we need to take the light-skinned hands off. And man, these are tight. Very tight. And we will try to put a trigger finger on one. Nope, we need the dark-skinned trigger finger here. Where's that at? And, we'll put the left one, looks like it's got a better trigger on it. Trigger finger. Or right hand. So we'll put the right hand there, and then we'll get a wide gripping hand because I want to hold the radio and I want to hold the barrel of this long gun here. So I do like this gun, and there you go. He can put it around his shoulder, carry that around, plus have another gun in his hand. Let's see, there is no holsters on here to hold any of his guns, which that's unfortunate. But I think they did base these off the cartoon, so if the guy didn't have it in the cartoon, they're probably not going to put it on in here. So now let's see. Get our long gun in his hand. That fits really good in his hand. So far, so good. Now we can get that wide grip there. And he is not bad. He's not bad at all. We don't get the head movement, so we can't cock him down, kind of looking a little bit, looking through his scope. But that elbow, I don't think is going to get up there to be able to look right through that scope. Plus, you got this strap in the way there. We get that out of the way a little bit. But it's okay. The way he's holding this isn't perfect, but it's not bad neither. So he does hold the long gun. Can't look down the scope, though. Now we'll get this handgun in there. I do like this one, too. We'll get the radio in his hand right here with his wide gripping hand that we decided to put on, which was a good idea. And you want to be careful with the antenna on this thing. Don't want to break that off. So now he can call for help with his Cobra Trooper. So that is nice. That gun fits in there real good. Let's try the pistol. Now we got the little handgun there. Looks pretty decent right there. Now, something I really want to try was this whip. How about the whip? How does it fit? Yes, it fits in there good too. Check it out. That's not bad. Now, I wish that maybe was on a wire and you could pose that how you wanted, but unfortunately, it's just going to have to hang there. But there you go. That ain't bad. And then we get, let's try the, can we carry the briefcase? So we'll take this wide grip off, and this is a kind of a closed grip hand right here, left hand. Can this hold the, there you go, carrying his briefcase around. Let's get a gun back in his hand here. Let's get this medium-sized gun. Here we go. How about this? This isn't bad. I think they have kind of redeemed themselves. The last G.I. Joe Super 7 I opened up was Doc, and not a big fan of that one at all. This is definitely an upgrade from that Doc figure. I do have a couple other Super 7s I can pull out of here right now. We got the Boss Man, which he wasn't bad. I did like him. That is Cobra Commander right here. They are a little bit different colored blue. I believe that was the same in the cartoon, though, if I remember right. And then we have the Baroness here, and she is in her blue. She is in her early G.I. Joe episodes. She was in her blue. So there you go. Kind of redeemed themselves, I do believe, with this Cobra Trooper. I like it. The legs are a little loose. Some of the accessories were unstowed, but other than that, they do make it an army builder with two different complexions. Not bad. Not bad. I am hesitantly surprised and happy. So I have two more that I need to open up. Super 7 Ultimates, G.I. Joe. I'm hoping they go as good as the Cobra Trooper did. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Love you all out there. For Cobra Trooper Super 7 Ultimates, until next time, oh yeah.